Welcome to this case study on quota certificate systems. This case study will deal with the renewable obligation in the UK. In the UK, the obligation is placed on a supplier to meet a certain percentage of the previous year's supply from eligible renewable electricity. This has to be proven to Ofgem, the UK regulator, by ROCs. Initially, one ROC was equivalent to 1 megawatt hour of renewable. Ofgem operates an electronic registry. In this system, the supplier can either meet the obligation by generating ROCs, or purchasing ROCs on the market, or paying a penalty, which initially, when the system was launched in 2001, was of 3 pennies per kilowatt hour and now a bit higher. This penalty feeds a penalty fund, and that's the particularity of the ROC system, is recycled back to the supplier in the proportion that they met the total annual renewable obligation target. Which means suppliers who have been generating ROCs get money, and suppliers who do not generate enough ROC and pay a penalty give money to the penalty fund. In this system, renewable electricity only has a value up to the annual obligation percentage, which increase every year. And suppliers and renewable generators agree price, contract length, and volume. Initially, the ROC system was technology neutral. All technology got the same level of support. But a banding system has been introduced in 2001, and as you can see on this table now, each technology gets a different number of ROC. For instance, hydro, 1 megawatt hour of hydro will generate 1 ROC, but 1 megawatt hour of offshore wind will generate 2 ROCs. This is to favor, to make sure investors do not invest just in the cheapest technology. And so now the obligation is not in terms of percentage, but obligation to introduce a number of ROC per 100 megawatt hour of a supplier cell. How is the ROC obligation calculated? So this table shows how it has been calculated in 2009 with a distinction between Great Britain and Northern Ireland. As you can see, the obligation increases every year to reach a plateau in 2015 of 0.154 ROCs to be supplied per megawatt hour. This will last till 2037 because actually the renewable obligation system will close to new generator on the 31st March 2017, and electricity generation that is accredited under the renewable obligation will continue to receive its full lifetime support, so 20 years, until the scheme closes in 2037. What are the particularity of the ROC mechanisms? Well, it's a system which works only if the ROC prices remain at a high level, which implies that the obligation target is a lot higher than the effective renewable energy generation. Because otherwise, as it is shown on this table, if the renewable energy generation effectively generated on the market is too close to the obligation target, then prices of ROCs tend to decrease, and when the renewable energy generation reach the obligation target at 100%, then the price of ROC, of course, will drop to 0. To make sure this does not happen, there has been a guaranteed headroom introduced in 2009, which is the obligation is calculated according to the expected renewable energy generation plus 8–10% of the ROC expected to be issued during that period. So that leaves that to make sure that the obligation target remains a lot higher than the effective renewable energy generation. In December 2001, the average price of a ROC was £45. The buyout clause, which was, as we've seen, £30 per megawatt hour, increased to £37 per megawatt hour in 2010. And the recycling value of a ROC was £15 in 2010. So a total value of a rock is worth directly of 52 pounds, which is you have the average price of a rock plus its recycling value. A brief analysis of the renewable obligation system in the UK. Well, it's a system which fits well with liberalized market where you have competition. It's a risky mechanism, so it's good for incumbents but not good for new entrants. So competition, but actually not so much competition because you need to be a big supplier to be able to take risk. Only big companies tend to meet their obligation and invest in renewable energy. Small companies tend to pay the penalty. The main problem is not the current price, but the short-term length of contracts, which is too short for developers who cannot raise money. Because most of the contracts are only 5 or more rarely 10 years contract. The other issue for small companies is the very high transaction cost implied with the system. And the market cannot do better than the obligation. Actually, the market, the achievement should remain a lot lower than the obligation. So year after year, what has been achieved is only 50 to 70% of the annual target. Without banding, only the cheapest technologies are picked, but with banding, it's not a technology neutral mechanism anymore.